Alright, what's going
Hello.
on, people? Welcome back to the Run Those Games podcast episode. I think we're on 75 now. God damn.
We getting closer to the big triple digit.
We definitely is out here. Like to say thank you to everybody who be pulling up to the damn streams podcast. We listen to them on the go because we are available on all platforms. That is Apple Podcast, Spotify, Stitcher Radio, and of course Anchor, which makes it easy for us to get our podcast heard on multiple platforms. As far as anything that needs to be announced, I would say first things first is make sure you copy yourself some of that Woozilla merch. That is shop.spreadshirt.com/Woozilla. Link will be in the description. And make sure you be pulling up to the damn live stream. That is Woozilla36. Or twitch.tv/Woozilla36. And yeah, stop playing and pull to the damn streams. Y'all got any things?
Guitar coming soon. I'm just gonna put that up. Got another spam text, but guitar coming soon.
I'm chilling, man. I'm chilling. I mean, just trying to get to the subs. I'm trying to get to the subs.
Okay. 10 away from my next one. That sniff. That nigga said I'm about to ball out.
Alright.
We'll be spending too much money on this, man. I appreciate the support though. Like, I ain't gonna tell you not to support me because like you supposed to be my friend. So if you ain't supporting me, then fuck you. But
it's the issue with Whoop. See what I'm saying? Nigga Whoop be spoiling. So when we see him in person, we can't really kick his ass for shit that he's done. You kind of just want to.
Oh no, you can. Oh no, you can.
Nah.
It's an appreciative ass whooping at this point.
I appreciate. Yay! You done for me.
Yeah, pretty much. Because at this point, everybody getting a Tim thrown at him. Everybody in the squad. It's just gonna be shoes flying everywhere.
It really is.
It's just gonna be appreciative shoes at this point.
It's gonna be random ass shoes happening.
Agent getting a lot of
Agent getting everything. Dennison getting everything.
At this point, I'm throwing a refrigerator at Agent.
Nigga say he throwing the house at Agent.
At this point, yeah.
Nigga, I'm throwing real estate at your ass.
But
oh my goodness.
Today, folks, we actually got a good amount to cover for today's podcast. We actually got a healthy amount. I've been doing my best to make sure we can do this thing at least weekly, if not every 2 weeks, something like that. We getting back on track. Now let's go ahead and jump on into the news first and foremost. Now, if you know the homie K-Dog or whatever, he be on GTA all the fucking time. My man really did get an entire following off that game. So shouts out to my mans. On the topics of GTA though, apparently they're adding an entire this is gonna be the biggest update ever because it's adding an entirely new location. Now, we don't exactly know what they mean by this per se. I mean, when they say entirely new location, it could just be kind of like what they did with the casino, but it might be what we think it is, an actual location. So, in short, this is what this thing right here says. You got it's gonna come towards, before the actual end of summer or whatever. It's obviously going to be the biggest update ever. It's going to be the latest take on Heist. That's going to be interesting. Blah, 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 blah. It's going to have new activities for gambling fans. So for all you people who have gambling problems, I guess this is for you.
Y'all should be happy because you can lose more money and then buy even more afterwards.
Basically, they're going to add new missions as well. Basically, this is going to just be a bigger location and more stuff to do. So basically, Rockstar they're not slowing up anytime soon with the GTA 5 content in the slightest. It's kind of been obvious that they're going to try to milk this thing. I mean, instead of them showing us an actual game that we wanted in GTA 6, something like that, they went ahead and just said, nah, hold all this, what was that shit? Hold this GTA 5 remaster for PS4 and Xbox Series X.
To be fair, I will give them the benefit of the doubt for GTA 5 just being ported over to the next gen consoles at the time. GTA 5 was only out on Xbox 360 and PS3 for like a year.
Oh, honestly, I don't really give too much of a shit because I'm on PC
Yeah.
anyways. I'm
Yeah,
just
but it was
saying.
like it was only out because Chase and them were talking about it on theirs, like how we never got a new GTA on this console. Like to be fair, that's what I say. But to be fair, GTA 5 was pretty much made for next gen, and they brung it out on the 360 and PS3 as well. You have to remember how quick the game came out, and then how quick the consoles came out. Because they'd been working on that game for a minute, and the new consoles were right around the corner, and they released this game.
I disagree. I definitely think they made it for that console. It just so happened that it was coming out and they were making it for the console.
No, because the other consoles, I'm pretty sure, had already been announced.
Remember, they didn't start sending the PS4 stuff. They got sent those dev kits late. They got those dev kits extremely late. So they were already in, and really all they did was up the graphics for the next gen. They didn't do anything crazy. That game was built for the PS3. It was not built for the PS4.
I mean, the most they did for next gen was just the first person stuff that I can remember.
They didn't really do anything outrageous, so I definitely say that game was made for last gen.
Rebuttal.
It just so happened that they had another one that came out.
Rebuttal. The next gen consoles dropped in like November of 2013. GTA 5 released September of 2013.
Sir, I am talking about the fact that that game was not made for next gen console.
No, it definitely was. It
was
definitely
not.
was.
So so for a game to be made on a next gen console, tell me what stood out about GTA on PS4 than PS3. What? Tell me one thing that was significantly that showed this was made for this console and not that one. It was the exact same fucking game. The only thing that came to PS4 that was not on PS3 was the damn online, and that shit took damn near a year and a half to come. No man, come on, man. That game was made for PS3. That's obvious. Okay, bro. Okay. Let's do it like this. 2K, PS3. Completely different game from PS4. That game that we got on PS4 was made for PS4. That game that was on PS3 was made for PS3.
Wait, no, rebuttal. 2K comes out every single year, and all they did for 2K14 was make the exact same game that they did in 2K13 and slap a different number on it and add contact dunks. That's all they did. 2K14 on 360 and PS3. The only difference between 2K13 was contact dunks, like actual body-to-body contact dunks, and you could block dunks. That was really the only difference.
There was a good bit of game.
Not on the current gen at the time.
From PS3 to PS4?
No, I'm talking about the current when 2K14 came out on Xbox 360 and PS3. The only thing they changed from 2K13 was that you could block dunks, and there was actual body-to-body contact dunks.
No. You're
you're not letting me finish.
You're bringing up 2K13.
No. You're not letting me finish though, because there's a whole point to me bringing that up. The game comes out year to year, so all they had to do for the current gen was copy and paste the same game. It's not like GTA 4 to GTA 5. You can't bring out GTA 5 on 360 and it be GTA 4.5. People just spent $60 on it.
So I don't think you're seeing what I'm saying. Was PS3 2K the same game as the game that came out on PS4? Yes or no?
I'm not saying it's the same. I am saying.
Just answer the question, because I'm trying to get to my point here, because I think you're missing.
No, I'm not missing your point. I'm saying that no, it's not the same. But what I am saying is.
Hold on, let me finish. I let you finish your point. Let me finish my point. You said it's not the same game. Is PS3 GTA 5 the same game as GTA PS4?
That's still not a fair assessment, in my opinion. Because if they had that game looking the same as GTA 4 on the Xbox 360, and then brung it out as what it looked like on GTA 5, people would have been pissed if they spent $60 on the same game when it comes to GTA. This is not the 2K community we're talking about.
They did.
No, I am talking about from GTA 4 to GTA 5, strictly on the 360 and PS3. If it looked the exact same as GTA 4, this is not the 2K community we're talking about. This is way bigger than the 2K community. 2K community, they know it don't matter if they come out with the same game every year. They've been doing it for over a decade, coming out with pretty much the same game every year. We're still gonna buy it, for the most part. Most of the community's still gonna buy it. But from GTA 4 to GTA 5, even on 360, it's not like they can just copy and paste the game and work on the next gen the entire time. So unless they push the date back to the next year, what do you expect them to do?
What you said was GTA 5 was made for the PS4 and next gen. It was not, because
but there's still no, because it's going to be the same thing as this generation. There's still going to be games like Tsushima.
You are bringing up games before. I am only strictly talking about GTA 5 was not made for the PS4.
I'm explaining why it looks like that and why not much changed.
This motherfucker always want to pull up on me when I ain't got my strongest weapons.
Oh shit! Who started?
It was an upgrade as far as graphics. There was no gameplay changes. There was no any type of changes to that game that separated it from PS3 and last gen to PS4 next gen. There was no separation. It was literally the same game with better graphics because the console could handle more graphics.
And
there's no difference in that game. That is what I'm saying. What you were talking about, at this point, I don't even know what the fuck you're talking about.
I'm saying.
You bringing up GTA 4 and all that. That has
what I am saying is, if you'd actually listen, because you're dismissing pretty much everything that I said, is that it's not going to, if they did the same thing that other companies do, like say Battlefield did, from Battlefield 4 on Xbox 360 and PS3 to Xbox One and PS4, people would have been livid. People weren't livid about that. They weren't mad about how the game looked in the gameplay. They were mad about netcode because the game just didn't work.
At this point, you motherfuckers just agree to disagree. Goddamn, Jesus, that shit went on for damn near 20 goddamn minutes. Just agree to disagree. All right, new update. Cool. Next goddamn topic. G4 TV is apparently going to get
they're coming back.
Yeah, word on the streets is G4 TV is apparently coming back. I mean, I ain't gonna hold you. The thing that surprised me about this the most was actually the fact that somebody actually remembered the damn G4 TV fucking password for their Twitter account. You realize how long it's been? You realize how long it's been?
Yeah, we're gonna come back. Nigga, do you remember the password? Everybody there forgot except one man. I got y'all.
It was an intern. I guarantee it was an intern.
He been waiting to get his job back.
Facts. No, like, fam.
Gotcha.
So it's G4 TV, apparently Attack of the Show, and X-Play, which was actually one of my favorites was X-Play. Because if I'm not mistaken, X-Play, they had the series where, that's how, no bullshit, I think it was X-Play, it was one of them, where they actually had a show where they would show you, like, tips and tricks on, like, how to beat games. That's how I learned how to beat Crackdown 2 so fast. Like,
I never played a Crackdown game. I just realized that.
Crackdown 2 was amazing. Crackdown 3, and I missed too much, and we don't talk about Crackdown 4.
Crackdown? I thought it was Crackdown 3 was the newest one.
Was it?
I was about to say, was there 4?
Hey, hold up. Oh, I have it mixed up. It's Crackdown 1. It's Crackdown 1. All right, so
I was about to say, was there a 4?
Yeah, so Crackdown 1 I learned how to beat off of G4. The Crackdown 2 wasn't too bad, but they went kind of like the zombie-esque type route with it a little bit. And then we don't talk about Crackdown 3. We don't even know what that is. But yeah, they basically
we don't speak of that.
Not in the slides. They released like a little 30-second teaser like on Twitter, and it's been like everywhere. It was actually trending for like a hot minute. I think it was like top 10 on trending or whatever. Because for all my nerd folk out there, and if you listen to this damn podcast, you're obviously a nerd of some damn sort. That show was like a staple Because there was like, it was so dope to actually see like a show by gamers for gamers, and then shit went left when they started showing, you know, cops and shit. We ain't gonna talk about that.
We ain't gonna speak on that.
We ain't gonna talk about that part. But that show was dope. So it's great to see that they're possibly coming back. Cheat. That was the name. See, my man War knew what time it is. Yeah, Cheat. That show was my shit. Cause they would legit show you like low key. I ain't gonna lie to you, like broken ways to beat some bosses in some games.
Hey dog, somebody gotta tell you.
Like if I could remember correctly, I think it was like in Crackdown 1, for like one of the cartel bosses you had to find. You were like able like to jump up on like the side of the building like forever basically, and then like phase through it. It was something crazy like that. But if this is actually true, which I'm pretty sure it is, and it's gonna come back, it might even come back. Like obviously, I hope they don't do a TV. I hope not.
They probably, and I'm not gonna say they probably will. They probably will.
They probably will, but I'm pretty sure. I would imagine that they're keeping up on the damn times in some way, shape, or form, and they're probably gonna have some type of streaming service or something like that. Because G4 TV actually had their own app, and I actually had that whole downloaded. Like, it hurt my soul when they was like, "Yeah, we out of there." I was like, "No, you're not. You can't be gone."
I feel like I'm misunderstanding what G4 TV was.
G4 was basically like an all-encompassment of like all things like nerdy.
No, I know what G4 was, but I don't remember a TV station.
Well, I don't know what channel it is for like all other networks or whatever. But like they definitely, if I remember correctly, they had like their own like little channel or whatever, or like they shared a channel, or like they shared like obviously a station or whatever. But they had.
I remember there was some gaming thing because like I remember E3 used to be aired on Spike TV.
Oh my god, Spike TV.
I thought they shared the channel with them. I'm not sure.
I know they didn't over here.
The whole channel used to be just G4.
Okay.
And then it changed to something with E something, because then they started showing whatever that ninja show that used to come on.
Ninja Warrior shows fire.
Yeah. So it was that, and then it changed to something else, and then when it was like 2006, maybe before that, then they moved to Spike TV. Then they got canceled.
Right.
Well, because I know Spike TV is gone. I remember that.
No, I think Spike TV is still on, actually.
Spike TV still
It was
here.
something.
It's
Spike
just
TV is still on.
But I don't think it's like the same anymore.
it's not. It don't hit the same. I'll be honest with you, because my parents still have cable or whatever, and Spike definitely ain't the same the way it used to be.
Because I'm pretty sure that's how I found out about 1,000
Ways to Die, 1,000 Ways to Die, Deadliest Warrior. We ain't gonna talk about that. We ain't gonna talk about that. 1,000 Ways to Die, Deadliest Warrior.
Dog, that shit was hilarious. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Chick definitely had an overdose of vitamin C because she was masturbating with a carrot.
Right, because she opened up her coochie. She poured the coochie out. God, Ab, I hate you.
Said, damn, the coochie loud.
Ab, I hate you. Just know, I hate you.
Coochie came out and said, "What's up, doc?"
You stink. But yeah, so like, yeah, Spike definitely don't hit the same though, because they used to have that. Spike used to be like one of my favorite channels. Like, you know, you had like the last channel like on your like cable or whatever. That used to definitely be my last channel, like right behind Boomerang. It'd be Boomerang than Spike TV. But
like I said, I used to always watch E3 on there. Shit was lit.
Definitely was, but it just don't hit. But like, hopefully they're coming back. I'm assuming they're gonna have some type of streaming service. And they're probably gonna have some type of Twitch channel, because Twitch is where it's at. You still almost see like almost everybody named Mama have a Twitch channel now.
Nigga, the Army has a Twitch channel. Can we talk about that?
Oh, they got banned.
Didn't they get banned? Didn't they get banned?
They either got banned or they got suspended. But
It was something like that. They got them up out of there.
Because I'm sorry, that just makes me not like the military even more. I already didn't like a whole bunch of white guys with guns, but y'all just gave me even more reason not to.
So, you remember that game I tried to get you to play a long time ago?
That was a part of it too?
It was definitely trying to recruit niggas off that shit.
I thought that's what they were trying to do on there.
He said fake giveaways. Yeah, I remember seeing an article about it. But yeah, Twitch apparently got him up out of there.
I don't think they banned him. I think they warned him or something.
It was probably a soft ban. If anything, it was probably a soft ban.
They'll probably be back, but then, like, if they do it again, it's gonna be permanent.
Oh yeah. They're gonna get that Dr. Disrespect treatment. They're gonna get them all the way to
Like, y'all niggas gonna have to go to YouTube with that bullshit.
We blaming the Army, but we know who actually ordered him was.
You think
I'm blaming the Army.
You think he's that in tune?
I was about to say, no, that's the Army. I'm no, he isn't. I'm sorry, he's not that smart. For a dumb idea, he's not even that smart. That's giving him too much credit.
Mister, if we just stop testing, if we just stop testing, it'll go away.
You have to remember, this is the same guy that was telling people to put what, Lysol in their veins. You think he came up with that idea?
Hey, and drink bleach.
You giving him too much credit. Way too much credit.
Telling the Army to start doing fake giveaways.
He's not even that smart. He's not.
No, that's level of tactic. That's level of tactic that, like, yeah, he seems too dense for that. That seems like something that he would take credit for.
Like, don't put nothing past that.
No, I don't put a lot past him. But I'm not going to give him credit for as dumb as that is. For him, that is a great idea.
That's too much of a damn. That's a chess move. That motherfucker busy
I'm
figuring
about
out
to
Tetris.
say, if he did something like that, I'd actually be worried for the country. It's like, wait, he can actually think of that?
What is? I don't understand what doing fake giveaways does. Oh my god, the Army did me a giveaway. Oh my god, I'ma join now.
Well, kids are very impressionable.
I was about to say very.
You gotta remember, motherfuckers really out here thinking that Age was out here sending death threats. We ain't gonna fully talk about that story, but motherfuckers was definitely out there thinking that he was sending death threats.
Fuck that nigga that look homeless.
Hey, PBF. Let me tell you something, bro. If I ever see you in the streets, bro.
Hey, shut your mouth, dog. I'm not trying to have beef with that nigga. He gonna get us canceled for real. He got way more clout.
Cause he.
Hey. Like Wu said, no, like Chase said when Ricky said something.
Oh no, I definitely said it too. I definitely said it before too. All the thoughts all thoughts and opinions expressed on this podcast are subject to those who are actually a part of this podcast. We might be a group, but we all think. Hold up,
Freddy.
Hold up, let me finish. You messing up my whole thing right now. God damn it. All thoughts and views expressed on this podcast, while we are a group known by the Run Those Gamers, we all have our own thoughts and opinions. So anything that is said is by the sole express views of that person solely.
Rambo said PBF.
Senor Freddy.
Your ass.
Senor Freddy, that is all him. You act like he gonna show up alone. You know he gonna have his two yes men with him. And I'm not showing up.
Shit.
I'm not showing up unless she let me know ahead of time that you know.
Listen, them niggas can get slept and they girls can get fucked. I don't care.
But anyway,
I don't think they got girls, but
But anyways, as I was saying though, goddamn, nigga, we ain't gonna keep talking about this. Shut your mouth. But like I was saying, kids are very impressionable when it comes to that type of stuff, which is why I'm saying, like, it might seem dumb to those who are all like, dog, fake giveaways, we've been there, done that. I mean, people go into people's chats talking about something. Buy viewers, buy Prime subs. Only reason I'm saying that because it happened today on stream. Kids are very impressionable, so they would believe by them signing up for this giveaway or something like that. Little do they know, they probably signed some type of contract or weird some shit that could possibly
I will say they can't legally sign a contract without their parents say so on it. So TBH was saying, I'm pretty sure it's just they're putting you in a roster of people to hit up once you finally are of age.
Well, that's what I mean, though. I didn't know how to properly articulate it, but yeah. That's what I mean, though. Something of that sort where they know when you turn 18, when you're, confused, don't know where the hell you're going in life, that whole thing. Let me tell you something. Yeah.
Let me tell you something.
Just like that. Just the military. Just, let me holler at you real quick. Let me holler at you real quick. Like, yeah, nah.
Listen,
and the crazy thing is, it's always I don't get me wrong. I love everybody who served. I appreciate your service, or whatever. I have a heavy militant family, literally. But my whole thing is, for the most part, I always see is always the Army and the Marines that be doing this type of shit, dog.
Because no one wants to join them.
Like dead ass. Like all my people who went to the Navy or like the Air Force and shit like that or whatever, I barely remember ever seeing them like at any like the, you know, like how your like high school had like those job fairs or like those college fairs and shit like that.
Cause they ain't worried.
Like I never remember seeing like the Navy or Air Force. I just always really remember seeing the Marines and the Army. And the National Guard.
They ain't worried, man.
The National Guard don't really bother me too much. But I always remember seeing those two branches the most.
Oh, because they need the most help.
Ain't nobody trying to be in the Army, military. Like ain't nobody trying to be in the Marines.
That's my point.
Like I'm sorry, like no.
People don't be wanting to do that, man.
I'm sorry, it's a whole different time, dog. Hey, I can make money sitting here playing video games. The fuck am I joining the Marines for?
Oh, hold up. Oh, so War just put shout out to War. He said the link sent redirected viewers to a recruitment link or recruitment pages.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, see, that ain't it. But that's definitely some shit that like I just remembered, it just rekindled in my head, but then B, it's when you really think about like the tactics of how they would go to your high school and shit like that to actually recruit you, it's actually kind of smart.
It's still scummy.
It's definitely fucked up, but it's definitely smart on how they did it. Because you remember, whenever like they came, they always had some type of strength test, some type of fitness test, or whatever. And you all know, we in high school, or whatever, we're like in prime hormonal stage. We're trying to prove to everybody that we're the strongest.
Everybody trying to prove some shit.
Yeah, everybody trying to prove something. So they got the damn pull-up bar, the damn push-up test, this, that, and the third. I remember that, but I remember not doing it. So like, nigga, I can do 20 damn pull-ups. I'm not about to do that publicly just so everybody can be like, well, I can do more. I ain't got shit to prove to y'all.
Like, congratulations, my nigga. Oh, well.
I remember that vividly, actually. So, yeah, apparently they got him up out of there, which is good. I mean, you should be able to choose if you want to go serve on your own right.
You know what the funny part about it is? When you go for the Navy, you know, well, I think it's for most branches. Like when you do that shit, and they want you to take that test, they're hoping that you don't score well.
Yeah, so they can give you some PS job. Yeah.
Because they want you to be the front lines. Like especially if you like my size or like buff in my size, oh, they definitely hoping that you a dumb motherfucker.
Oh, absolutely.
Because if you're too smart, they can't put you on the front lines.
Sober minds. Where to join her. But it's definitely wild to actually think about in actually hindsight. It's actually really crazy to think about.
Military always been. I don't trust none of their tactics. Everything they do sound like they're trying to recruit somebody. It's usually because they are.
It's exactly what they doing.
It's like nah. They'd be like, hey, trying to do this pull-up test? Nah, that sounds like I'm already in basic training, dog. I'm gonna just go ahead and go on to class.
The thing is, though, I remember I seen this tweet and it actually blew my fucking mind, and it was actually kind of true. It was all like, there are some people who actually go to the military for their right to, you know, because they want to serve their country or whatever, and this, that, and third, or they want to learn skills that, you know, they might not be able to learn on their own and shit like that. Because while we are under military a little bit, I ain't gonna lie, they do also have their benefits, and they actually do teach you a lot about, you know, life skills, organization, how to be accountable.
Some people low-key need that shit.
Yeah, in case you don't, or structure things like that, because a lot of people just need structure that they never had before, and the military is a great place to get that, right? However, in that same token, there are people, and I know it because these are some of my family members or whatever, who joined to get out their situations and shit like that. It wasn't for nothing else but, I'm broke, I ain't got nowhere to go, dog. Fuck, we gonna try this out. Like that, or like people who like join it for like healthcare and things of that sort, which goes on to like an entirely bigger discussion that we could maybe have at a later date. But it's just crazy to think that people like would take that as now to like, you know, get schooling and you know, medical coverage, shit like that. That just talks about our country as a whole. But this is a game podcast. Let me get off my damn soapbox.
We ain't talking about politics, man.
Yeah, let me get off my soapbox for a little bit. Let me go ahead and get on to my next damn topic. But how the fuck did we get here? Oh, G4.
We did talk about that. You did.
Yeah, we went from G4 to that. All right. I actually don't have
G4 to calling the president stupid
to now this, but all right. Let's go ahead and get back focused real quick. Rogue Company. I have not played this game. I've actually only watched Rambo and Kenny play this game, like today, actually. I ain't got much to say about it because to me it just looks like fun. But I didn't know if y'all were playing bots or not because whatever the hell y'all were playing was ass.
Oh no, they're people.
I was I don't know. I didn't know if you was playing bots because the way they were playing, dog, looked so body. Because Kenny was going crazy.
Hey, Woo, I'm gonna let you know when you get into that sweat lobby. Oh, you realize they ain't bots.
I didn't know because they all had the same. They all had. I know Rambo know what I'm talking about. They all like the same like first two letters of like their name, like their gamer tag or whatever. Like GE something.
They were a clan.
Oh, okay. I was about to say because I was definitely watching. I was like, yo, they play like bots, yo. These dudes are ass. Because Kenny was going nuts.
Mm-hmm. A lot of people in that game are garbage. They just sometimes end up being on your team.
But I'm gonna let Rambo take the reins on this one because oh Biggie did play it. I don't know he didn't play it.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, that sucks. I stink ass. Hate to see it.
All right, wait, am I going?
Yeah.
Go first.
So my opinion on the game is it's for me it's going to be like Overwatch. Like remember Overwatch in the beginning, it was very fun and a lot of people were going crazy on it. But then you put the game down for like say a couple weeks, you're gonna come back and it ain't gonna be fun no more. That's the type of feeling it gives me. And it gives the same feeling with the community too. Of there's a lot of people on that game who I'm pretty sure this is their first time playing a game like this. Cause like there's Fortnite, but this don't work like Fortnite for the most part. Cause the bloom in this is way more accurate than Fortnite. Obviously, the movement is a lot more different. The community is learning. Because I think a lot of people thought it was going to be a battle royale or something. Because I thought it was a battle royale. I thought it was about to be another one. It's actually refreshing to get a new game that's a shooter that don't got a battle royale. Fingers crossed that don't happen in the beginning. I mean, happen later down the line. But it's very refreshing. It's just like, yeah, this is just a shooter. The last game that was just a shooter that I remember coming out was... I'm trying to think. Black Ops 4 had Battle Royale. I want to say Siege.
You...
It was Siege or Black Ops 3 was the last one where it's like there wasn't a Battle Royale.
Titanfall 2.
Actually, no. Titanfall 2 would be it. Yeah, because I was about to say, but what about Apex? But it's the same universe, but different game completely.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll say Titanfall 2. But it's very refreshing.
I'm gonna try it out because it definitely looks fun. I ain't gonna lie to you. It definitely looks like fun.
It's fun. Like I said, it's like Overwatch for me. It's fun when you have a team. Because the randoms... But that one random... It's not even just that team. It's that one random.
Nah, bro, because like me and Kenny was washing dudes for like the first hour and a half.
Mm-hmm.
Like with bum ass randoms before Rob got on with us. We was washing dudes. Me and Kenny, we was destroying dudes. But dog, you get that one team that all these niggas do is sit in the back and head glitch with a sniper.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. That once you hit that, then that's when you're like, all right, I got a full team. But me personally, I'm enjoying the hell out of this game. I really like this fucking game. I've been on this shit since it first came out. This game is dope. It's some technical issues as far as gameplay now. Like everything that needs to be fixed now is just straight gameplay.
Oh yeah, that game when it first came out just didn't work.
They need to fix the UI. The UI is a little bit clunky. A little bit is being really, really nice too. It's terrible. Let's just be honest. There's instances where people ain't got they founders pack stuff. Like Kenny ain't got his founders pack stuff. Vicky got his. don't understand. But it's some OP. It's some really OP characters. The LMG is OP as hell. There's a character called Scorch where she can light her rounds on fire and shoot you. The guns have really good recoil for the most part, but they're all pretty much easy to control. They pretty much fixed all the dumbass glitches that was in this game. As far as right now, it's just certain gameplays, like when I crouch, sometimes I crouch and it pops me back up. I don't know if it's an input delay or what, but I think that needs to be fine-tuned. But other than that, this game has. I'm only playing this and Ghost of Tsushima at this point. That's the only two games I'm playing, dog. Cause it's a new shooter. First of all, I'm enjoying playing all the bumps. You know what I'm saying? It feel like Christmas when everybody get on 2K and niggas is playing again. You know what I'm saying? This is definitely a game I cannot wait to get on for sure. Cause I want me, Biggie, Kenny. I think we'll wreck some shit when we get on this game. This game is really good. It just came out. They just started releasing beta codes for PS4, and I don't know if they have Xbox included in that. As far as I've seen, it's just Xbox, just PlayStation. But it will be on all consoles. I don't know if it's going to be crossplay. I haven't finished my conversation with the devs. But it's definitely a good game to play. Y'all should definitely check it out. And I'll definitely see me stream it.
He said, "Now I can finally breathe again."
Side note, Woo, I don't think we was ready for this mission.
Yeah, this mission's ass. I'm out of here, dog. I'm taking this out.
I was about to say, we is over here struggling on this mission.
This mission could kiss my ass.
Get off more than you can chew.
It's just
We
so
definitely
boring, yeah, because our R-Twings aren't that leveled up, so we're trying to
we haven't done that yet.
Yeah, shit AIDS.
I'm
But-
getting myself back.
But actually, hey, we gotta slander Biggie's console of preference a little bit.
I mean, it's not even my console preference at this point. It's just what I own.
Yes, it is. No, it's not. It's definitely your console preference. Because you were kept saying, this is what you said, and I quote, at this point, dude, I don't see what point I need to get a PlayStation 4.
When did I say that?
I'd rather get on Xbox where everybody go. This is your console preference.
When did I say that?
When we first started talking about the consoles.
Oh,
I said a little bit after. Because you were trying to figure out what console, because you said all your friends.
Yeah, so that was before more information came out. With the information I had at the time, that was my opinion.
That's why I kept telling you. I was like, bro, I'm telling you, we're gonna end up on PS5, dog. That Xbox is not looking good.
I'm sorry, I'm still waiting for the price because I don't know if I'm gonna even end up on PS5.
Yeah, I know there are some games that you want to play, but all of them are.
It wouldn't let
coming
me
out on
join you, Will.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll try again.
They're all coming out on PlayStation,
It
so I
failed
just
to join.
I don't see it, man. Go ahead, it should be fine.
But the Xbox, I said the Xbox. Xbox had like their little game conference or whatever. And I ain't gonna lie to y'all, if y'all wonder why I sound like I ain't got no energy or whatever, it's because that shit it was so goddamn boring, dog. Like, word TBH, dog. If I could uninstall a conference, I would uninstall that one. That shit was so fucking ass. Like, granted, they showed a game that I was hoping that they would show in Fable. Yay. Don't get me wrong. Definitely yay. But there's a giant pair of cheeks that come with that butt. All they showed was the title screen, dog. Like, we knew the game was going to be coming at some point, dog. That's all they showed us was the title screen.
I was watching that and I'm like, this conference seemed like they did it too early for these games. Because a lot of those games look like they could be cool, especially after they did their little thing. They were actually announcing that most of these were going to be on next gen and only next gen and PC. A lot of those looked cool, but because there's no actual gameplay, I don't know how to feel about the game because I didn't see any gameplay.
The only one that I could actually look
Fable sounds cool. Like, all right, cool for the people that like Fable. It's like, all right, cool, but y'all ain't show them nothing.
Not an ounce. They showed us the title screen, my nigga. This title.
Like, even that one that looked like it was more of like a zombie survival game. I'm like, oh, this looks kind of cool, but
Warhammer.
Yeah, it's like this looked kind of cool, but like all you did was show me a CGI cutscene. So.
And on top of that, they showed another game called like Crossfight or like Cross Shoot. It was Cross something. That looked okay, but even then, again, no gameplay, dog. Y'all showing us numbers. How many times we gotta go over this with these conferences, dog? How many times? If you gonna show us some motherfucking CGI stuff, you better have some gameplay to go along with it. Something.
Not to be fair, Far Cry did that same shit too. They ain't put no gameplay. They just had that CGI. It was cool. Like, it made me like the story, but like I don't know how the game gonna play.
Again, this man gave a damn. His child hit a fucking live grenade, dog.
Oh yeah, worst dad ever. Worst dad ever.
Biggie, the difference between Far Cry and Xbox is the console, and they.
Oh no, I was just saying I was just saying Far Cry did that shit too, and I agree with what he's saying because of it, shit like that. It's like, all right, cool. I know the game coming. There's gonna be a story. The villain look cool. Now what?
Dog, ain't an ounce of gameplay, dog.
They basically told us, so there's a game, and it's called Fable.
They did that with a lot of their games. The only games that they showed full gameplay for were the ones that was gonna be coming out on like still Xbox One and shit.
Well, you know what's my biggest issue with Fable? It's because all they ever said was Fable. They did not tell us it's a new Fable. It just said,
"Hey,
Fable."
Rambo,
so
you know
if
who
I
you sound
find
like?
out that these niggas remastered it, I swear to God, I'm going to have an attitude.
Hey, Rambo, you know who you sound like? Me when they announced "quote unquote" the new Skate game.
Yep, you definitely do. As the world freaking turns.
Hey, sound exactly like me, and you telling me that I was still gonna like it.
I'm still gonna play it.
Let me say.
Let me defend myself real quick.
Listen, I love Skate. I love Skate, bro. And if they announced that they were remastering it, I'd be ticked off. I'm still buying it. If they remaster Fable, I'm not buying it.
I'm not buying a remastered Skate, nigga. I have it on Xbox One. The fuck am I buying a remastered for?
Hey, I got a whole PC with both Fable, the first Fable, and Fable 3, and I could get Fable 2 off Xbox Game Pass, my G. Like,
the fuck am I buying these new remasters for when I still got the original games?
Well, I don't have to remaster it.
Like, here's the thing: unless they do a remaster as crazy as they did, like Saints Row, Crash, like if they do a crazy one, alright, I'm gonna have attitude, but like I'm gonna be mad playing it, but I'm still gonna play it.
But hold on, see, here's the difference between that, especially with Crash. Crash remastered and still came out with another game.
It took them about 2 years or whatever.
It's been a year. It's been about a year since that last Crash remaster came out. And then they announced a year later, around the same time that they announced that Crash remaster, they are announcing another game. I can't give them that much. I can't. No.
I can't only because it's in a different studio. It's not Lionhead Studios who's doing it, apparently. That's why.
Oh, shit.
It's not the same people that made the original.
In the very beginning one, it was like Playground Studio or something like that. That's what it showed like at the very beginning trailer.
Woo, I cannot lie. I think we're gonna have an attitude, bro.
I'm ready. Hey, I got my pitchfork ready.
Listen,
hey, Rambo's like, I'm not gonna lie. We probably ain't gonna buy this game.
Listen, and me and Woo gonna buy it. We gonna buy it. I cannot lie. It's me and Woo because we
Woo bought Fallout 76.
Shut up.
You bought that?
We ain't gonna talk about it.
He bought him and K-Dog both bought Fall Asleep 76.
Played it for all of played it for all of 3 hours and never got on it. I got on it one more time and fell asleep on stream actually.
Wait,
nah,
PS4.
Nah, you know the best part about that game? They knew how ass that game was because they banned the one guy who actually loved their game and was playing it and so many resources.
Wait.
Okay.
What?
So peep game. There was a dude who bought the game, right, and actually liked it, like through everything, loved the game, right. because it's such a grind heavy game, and you know about Fallout or whatever. Mods, get my man in the chat, please. Thank you. But you know about how that shit works out, right? Putting hours into a game, right? It's grind heavy. He had so much materials that they banned him because they thought he was cheating.
They said, hey, don't nobody like this game that much.
He played the game. I guess he had like over like 1,000 hours played because he's been playing it like since release, basically. Mm-hmm. And he had so much materials like just saved up. They thought he was cheating, and they banned him.
He had been playing the game legit, and they're like, don't nobody like this game that much.
Yeah.
So when they found out he wasn't cheating, what happened then?
He didn't get unbanned. To my knowledge, he has not been unbanned yet.
I was about to say, to their minds, they're like, no, don't nobody like this game that much.
You definitely don't like it now.
Like I'm not gonna lie, Bethesda, y'all niggas just trying to lose y'all entire fan base with the shit that y'all been doing over the past couple of years.
Dog, unoptimized games. Like, here's the thing, and I hate
pre-order bonus. Hey, the pre-order
they
bonus.
They gave them a Walmart bag, my G, and said,
No, because you remember why they gave them Walmart bags.
Yeah, because they gave all the actual legit bags to the influencers. Like some idiots.
They gave the pre-order bonuses
all of
to
them.
Content creators and influencers.
All right,
forgetting that people pre-ordered the game for the pre-order bonus.
So Rambo, you remember
Walmart bags.
So you remember for Fall Asleep 76, like the pre-order bonus was you get like a helmet or like a Pip-Boy or something like that. Then you get an actual like canvas bag or whatever, right?
Right.
These dickheads decided, hey, we need press for this game, so we're going to bring out all these influencers, all these content creators, and we're going to give them the pre-order bonuses. They completely forgot about like the probably thousands of people who pre-ordered that same edition. They didn't have enough by the time the game came out, so they were giving them like Walmart bags, basically. They weren't canvas. They were like some cheap material.
Them niggas would have to fight me, on God.
And that edition, I think, was like 150, like 200 too, by the way.
Mm-hmm. Paid all that money to get a Walmart bag.
The helmet had to be recalled.
Because the company forgot, oh yeah, people actually buy our shit.
I mean, again, like, people love to like make the excuse, oh, it's a Bethesda game, what do you expect? Here's the thing.
No.
I love Bethesda games, don't get me wrong. I have plenty of hours on Skyrim, Fallout, probably over 1,000 across all 3 platforms. Easily. But I'm not going to excuse poor optimization on your games going forward. Yeah, 360, PS3, and whatever. But Xbox One, PS4, PC at this point, no, it's inexcusable. You have way too many resources, way too much money at that, to be putting out these terrible games to which your fans have to make patches for. Like, people made patches for Fallout 4, that way the game would actually run smoother, it could run at a higher frame rate and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's the dedication like to the PC community, but that's also just how lazy your damn company is, or just how, I don't even know, maybe how overworked you might be working these people to where they have to cut corners and shit like that. I don't know. What I do know is y'all be on bullshit. It's inexcusable at this point. So yeah, Fall Asleep 76 is trash. I don't know how we got here, but fuck that game.
Hey, hold on. Hey, Bethesda, let me tell you one thing. If Deathloop come out and it's terrible, with 2 black leads, y'all niggas gonna have to see me.
Deathloop.
Uh-huh.
I feel like I've seen that game, but I don't remember it. You got to put a trailer. But you got to put a trailer in the joint. But yeah, get your shit together. But oh yeah, we were talking about Fable. Goddammit. Yeah, they ain't show us much. They showed a bunch of CGI trailers, and yes, to Denzel who asked in the chat, what did y'all want? Did y'all expect to see gameplay or something? Yes, at this point, yes. We have been vocal about this for years now. For years. Hey, if you're going to have these conferences or whatever, you ain't even got to show us like completely something crazy gameplay. Just give us something. Mm-hmm. Something. Like, not in-game engine footage. You guys know exactly what we mean by gameplay. Y'all ain't gotta show us like the whole point or nothing. You can show us something as simple as like how the combat works. Something quick, easy, all of 10 to 20 seconds. And then we're gonna be like, alright, we know what to expect a little bit. A little bit. Then you can close it off with the damn CGI trailer. You feel me? Like, that's it. We're tired of seeing these CGI trailers because we know that's not what the actual game's going to look like. Granted, on PC, and if you were to actually test, actually, if you were just to test PC all the way like through like a high-end joint, you probably could make some of these games look like them damn CGI trailers. I'm not going to lie to you. But obviously you can't.
Ghost of Tsushima did.
Ghost of Tsushima looks fucking amazing. Considering it's on console, I really hope that game comes on PC already, just so I can play it at a smooth 60. At a smooth 60, because I definitely experienced it with the frame drops.
It ain't going to, man. You might as well go ahead and give up on that dream.
Shit, I might have pulled
I
that
think
bitch over.
I think it will. I think it will.
I'm pretty sure it will. And if not, I guarantee there's gonna be a workaround for it. I'm not saying, but I'm just saying. Any other games I could think about? Oh, Halo. Actually, here's the thing though. Halo gets slandered for the terrible graphics. Not gonna lie to you, the graphics did not look good at all. They did not.
So the thing I didn't like is all the people that were like comparing it to The Last of Us.
Yeah.
Like, nigga, this is a whole different. That is the one thing I don't like. It's like, nigga, this is a whole different company. Meaning they're not going to have the same art studio. The art studio is going to have a whole different idea in mind for how they want their game to look.
Yeah.
Don't expect something to look the exact same.
Like, if anything, The Last of Us could be a movie. That's the thing. The Last of Us, the series as a whole, could be a movie. Halo, it does have the potential to be a movie, but it'd be horrible, so we ain't gonna talk about that. But that to me would be more of like a TV show or like a cartoon type thing. You feel me?
Facts.
It just looks bad for next gen. That's the thing. It just looks bad for
I don't know if they were showing
gen.
it on next gen though.
I hope to God. No, they had to because it was like an entire Xbox Series X conference.
Because that was still a game that's coming out on the Xbox One, right?
It is, but like the entire focus was around Series X.
Hold on, let me.
Yeah, but to be fair, for a lot of these conferences, they be playing them shits on PC to show console games.
Ward said it was on the one.
1 second, I'll tell you exactly what it was on.
Ward said it was on the one right now. All I'm saying is it looked bad. It looked bad.
Yeah.
Like the gameplay itself actually looked, like Halo, like exactly what I expected to be. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm probably gonna buy it and play it because I like Halo. Don't get me wrong. It was just the graphics and that brute meme is hilarious. Cause
Thanos. Why?
The texture, like the thing is, like the textures just aren't good or whatever. Like the resolution just didn't look good on that game at all. Like that didn't look good. The game itself or whatever, it just looked like Halo, and apparently it's going to be open world to a certain degree, which I don't really know how to feel about that, but whatever.
Depends on how they do it.
Yeah, it honestly depends on how they do it. You want to leave?
I'm not. No, that shit was boring. I'd rather do defense.
No.
What?
No, he is wrong.
They played it on the One X.
I'm reading it straight off of Halo's page. Captured real-time and representative of the experience on Xbox Series X, running at 60 FPS and up to 4K resolution.
I still call cap.
Hey, it was definitely a smooth 60.
Hey, it was a smooth 60, but I still call cap.
Hey, it was a 60, but
Hey, nah. Once again, these companies be claiming they be playing these things on the new consoles and shit. Like, even for when they were announcing the Xbox One and PS4, weren't they playing the games they were showing on PCs?
Yeah.
Yeah, nah, I'm not believing that until I see it from my own eyes, dog.
I mean,
when Wu buy it, when Wu buy it, and he let me know, yeah, it looks the same as it did then.
Hey,
then I'll be like, damn.
Hey, I got
it's
you.
Crazy. Because I'm sorry, they've been claiming they've been playing these games on the consoles for years.
I mean,
damn well they got it in a beefy ass PC.
We ain't gonna forget about. I don't care. This will always get brought up forever. This will never not be
Watch
funny.
Dogs.
Yes.
and then they locked the actual textures that they had for the PC version that they were using. They got rid of them.
And then somebody found it and then brought it back.
And the game looked exactly like, so you downgraded it on PC? Like, nigga, you didn't have to downgrade it for PC just to make console players feel better.
Fuck them.
Like, I'm sorry, they were all weak ass consoles because that game came out on the 360 and PS3, right? And just like, no, don't be out here showing them these games thinking that they're gonna play them on these weak ass consoles at that level. No, it don't work like that.
It definitely.
Listen, I'm sorry, but the graphics didn't make that game.
No, it did.
It what?
It definitely made that game look better.
No, you didn't hear what I said.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't make the game better.
Oh,
I don't
not
know. No, it didn't make
because the main character was
the
ass.
game better.
The main character was ass. Who was his name? Aiden.
He's down there with Mr. Bellic.
Dog, Aiden was garbage, but graphically the game was amazing. I mean, but Ubisoft's known for downgrades. I mean, for as much as I love Siege,
We ain't gonna talk about that.
Yeah, that is night and freaking day.
Hey, I remember watching a Duke video, Duke the Killer.
Yeah,
I remember when he had his original channel, I believe it was either his original YouTube channel or his second channel, and he was watching a compilation of all the downgrades that Ubisoft had done over the years. Yo, that shit looks criminal at this point. How many times they've done it and how bad it is.
I told you.
That video.
You can probably find it. Like, look up all the
Ubisoft
the downgraded
downgrades.
games. Yeah, all the Ubisoft downgrades. Like, there is so many of them, and they seem so it should be illegal.
Dog,
how much they've done.
It is
you
night
should
and
be
day
able to sue them for false advertising.
Because dog, Siege, the way that game, don't get me wrong, it's still a great game at its core. Like the gameplay's amazing, but
the gameplay is fire.
That downgrade though, my God, it is night and freaking day. Like, cause in the one that they showed you, you're able to blow up basically the entire house. Like you could go in anywhere. Like you weren't safe at all, essentially. Then they started having specific hatches and walls, things of that sort. Like, granted, I'm pretty sure they did that for balancing purposes, so, okay. But it was still the principle
They can't be fully Battlefield.
Yeah, but it was still the principle of, you could have kept the graphics, though.
The game looked beautiful. Could have just kept that, at least.
Like, oh my lord. Dog, it was... the way that Biggie talks about the Naruto filler is the same way I feel about that. It was just evil.
Oh, it was. Not even Naruto, just that. Ubisoft, I'm sorry. Ubisoft and some of these other companies, some of the stuff they be doing, it's like, yo, there are certain things where it's like, I can't even fully blame the suits. Like, this had to be a whole company agreement. Like, how did this even work? So nobody thought this was a bad idea? No one. It's not even like none of the suits. No one thought this was a bad idea.
Hey, nobody expected the kickback?
Hey, like 2K pushing. No one thought this was a bad idea. You can't even blame the suits for that one. You can't blame the suits. Nobody in the suit was like, you should add pushing to a game. No one in the suits, nobody who was wearing a suit was saying that shit. That was a developer and his own dumbass idea. You thought this was a great idea? Come here, let me slap you real quick.
Stop it.
Go get some help.
Like, some of the stuff that these companies be doing, it's like, yo, this is a whole, like, y'all got to take this as a whole unit. The blame.
Oh, he said the Division. Hey, yo, the Division was one too.
Mm-hmm. The Divisions was oh my goodness.
Hey, yo.
If Biggie do that again?
Mm-hmm. Dog, that shit was ridiculous.
Hey.
Because I thought, especially the Division 2, for a lot of people, are like, yo, they fixed, it sounds like they fixed everything that we had problems with the game. And then you got the demo, and it was like, this is the exact same fucking game. Just in DC. The fuck are we doing here? Like, y'all just put it in DC and thought that was just gonna make the game better.
That blew my mind right now. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I will say the funniest part about that game was TBH talking about how where the highest levels was, like where you had to be the highest rank was actually the hood of DC. Oh, that was like, so where the niggas at, you got to be level 30 to get there.
I mean, yeah, dog, real niggas only, you feel me?
That was the funniest part to me about that game, besides the downgrade and it being the exact same game, just in a different city.
Dog, that downgrade.
And then they had the audacity, because then they tried to like bring back the New York one as DLC. Y'all have the audacity to give me this old ass map and try to sell it to me?
See me now.
Y'all have the audacity to sell me the same map. It's not even like I went to Florida or something. I'm not gonna lie, the division of Florida sounds kind of lit.
It really would be, especially if you could fight Florida Man and all of his henchmen.
Florida Man, the alligators, all them niggas. Watch an alligator climb up a fence. Shit's crazy.
Facts. That's really wild to think about, y'all. But
like I said, some of this shit is like, yo, this ain't just the devs. Like, this ain't just the devs. This ain't just the suits. Everybody in the company thought this was a good idea.
somebody literally sat there and said, "Hey, yo, this sound fire."
Like, there's at a certain point, even the suits know something's a bad idea, even when it comes to games. Niggas ain't even gamers. They be like, that sounds like a horrible idea. They ain't even say that.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie, Biggie brought up a great point with that 2K19 pushing shit, though. Like, niggas, the suit just sat there like, so we're in basketball is this league, you know what, whatever, just make us money.
Pretty much, they don't care. It's like, I guess, nigga, as long as it makes us money. So, yeah, it don't make no sense to me, but obviously it makes sense to you, because, you know, you're supposed to be the guy that knows how to make video games, but, you know, I ain't gonna talk about it.
But, yeah, so, like, the Halo thing or whatever looked bad. The one thing I will give Xbox, though, is that we were talking about, like, games being too hyper-realistic and things of that sort. Like, we're tired of these, you know, Emmy Award-winning, graphically intensive type fucking game shit. Like, dog, we in this for, like, gaming and just fun. I will give them this. They did have at least 3 to 4 games that all had like different like art styles or whatever. That had their own like little flair to them. That's what I will give them. That little indie game. Well, it looked like an indie game to me. Where you're
the Bugs Life shit.
Yeah, that one. I ain't gonna hold you. That one actually didn't look too bad. I watched the trailer again. That one didn't look
too bad, but I'm not playing.
I'm not, because I don't want to fight a 10-foot freaking spider, dog. That is going to haunt me.
I hope, now that you say that, I really hope Agent wasn't watching that.
Getting back on that, by the way.
On Anthem? I don't know.
I have it on PC and PS4, so I'm good.
See, I only have it on PS4, so
I'm not buying this PC.
Hey, that guitar getting bought.
Well, I have Origin Access, that's why. I have all the fixes, so I get all that shit.
Origin Access I might have to get at some point.
It's amazing.
But I also want these plugins, and it's rent to own. And you got to, like, they pretty much make you do mortgage type shit, like the installment plans.
They make
for some
you
of
do
these
that?
shits. Yeah, so it's honestly better for me that way, anyways, for these plugins, because a lot of these plugins be like, you try to buy them outright, it's like, yeah, that'll be like $200. What? So how much was the rent to own? $5 a month. All right, I'll go with that.
It's $200. Ah!
Like, dog, one of the biggest names for like plugins for like hip hop music, Omnisphere. I told Woo, $500 for the basic version. $500.
Can you say it gets mine?
I don't know, because at some point I'm gonna get it. And it's gonna happen.
He is. But
I'm about to say, with music, I'm sorry, I realized with music, that shit is expensive and no one wants to talk about it in the music industry.
No.
Whenever you're trying to upgrade, it's expensive. Because everybody likes to talk about how you can start out with nothing. Yeah, it's cool to start out doing cheap shit, but you can't continue to do cheap shit.
yeah, once they're actually getting good, you know what I'm saying? Because Big is actually on Spotify now. Link in the description.
Facts.
And shit like that. You actually have to get better at shit. You can't just be having the same boop bap pap shit. Like, you can't keep that. But
I can't keep using the same free drum kit the rest of my life, dog. Like, I gotta upgrade. Shit costs money. And no one wants to talk about that. No one wants to talk about how much it costs to actually upgrade shit.
well, it's the same thing as nobody wants to talk about the grind. Everybody only sees the results of whatever it may be, like getting partnered, except and shit like that. But nobody was talking about you being in a stream, talking to literally one person, and sometimes you're talking to your goddamn self. Nobody was talking about that shit.
No one wants to talk about that when you sitting there and really realizing I've been talking to myself for like 2 hours.
Yeah, nobody want to talk about that. They just want to talk about the like, oh, you affiliated, oh, you partnered now. Like, they don't want to talk about none of that. They just think that shit's easy. We just play the most popular game and that's it. Nah. But, you know, we ain't gonna keep going in on that. But any old way.
Trying shit won't work.
But yeah, so the Xbox conference or whatever, they did show a few games, but I ain't gonna lie, majority didn't interest me. Like I said, Fable, that's not fair because I always talk about Fable almost every other podcast, so that don't even count. As well as they showed us a damn title screen, they didn't even show us like the actual shindig of like what we would expect for it to be. But Halo didn't look good graphically or whatever. Gameplay wise, it looked alright, but graphically it was just bad. That's all I can say. It was just bad. But there's always room for improvement, so I'm gonna give them the benefit of the doubt. You never know, because we don't know what build that was. To be honest with you, I don't know why companies insist on playing these damn, showing up to these damn conferences with these old freaking builds. I don't know why. I would prefer they didn't.
Like, yeah, this is Xbox Series X, but it's like the alpha version. It's like, nigga, what?
Like, cause like they be showing these things, and it's like, yeah, this is the gameplay from like January of last year. Why is it here then? Where's the closest? No, I'm not gonna say the current build. What is your closest build to today?
Closest working build. Where is your closest like fully functional build? Please tell me that.
Like, I know you got that somewhere.
That's one of my biggest pet peeves, even with like, say, when they send content creators out or fly content creators out to play games early, and they be like, yeah, this is an early build of game, but then it really be a build from like 3-4 months ago. It's like, nigga, I know you have a better build that you could have used.
Like something closer.
I know you do.
My whole thing, because like they be doing, that'd be like it'd be like a build from like January of last year. Like, you guys how much time passes in 12 months? Y'all mean to tell me you just been doing nothing for 12 months? I find that very hard to believe, my G.
I find that very hard to believe, because usually, especially if it's a game that comes out yearly, it's like, nigga, the game is done by now. You could have shown me the final product.
And you would think that if they know they're gonna do this conference, they would actually have a build. Like obviously I would imagine like in game development it would work. You would have multiple builds, like working builds, like as you go along in the, I guess, the development cycle, whatever. But with that, you would actually have builds to compare and contrast from, and you would actually maybe keep track of them shits. Maybe like by month span, so you have like January build, February, etc., and you would just keep going as you go along. So I have a hard time imagining why you would have a build from last year. You have not had a working, functional build in almost a year now. And I'm supposed to have faith in your game coming out in like 2 months from this build that you just showed us from last year.
2K.
Yeah, prime example.
I'll say there's a lot of games that do that shit, including 2K, and it's annoying.
2K are pros. 2K are master pros. The niggas bring niggas out, be like, yeah, alright, you said fix that, alright, that's cool. So yeah, we ain't fixing none of that.
No, here's the problem with that. 2K.
By the way, we got a secret mechanic in the game, but unless you figure it out, it's just gonna stay in there.
So, but the thing with 2K, that's not even giving them, I'm not even trying to defend them, because it's very annoying that they do this as well. Whenever they fly the content creators out to play the game early and get their opinion, the game is pretty much done. Because you remember, the game comes out in like September. It's like, nigga, they fly them out in August. Like, nigga, you are not fixing this entire shit in a month.
They definitely
like, if you really cared about the community's opinions, y'all would fly them out sooner.
Like, isn't like 2K Day like in like the end of July, like close like where we're heading, early August?
No,
actually?
2K Day. The 2K Day is the day the game launches. That's what they call 2K Day.
So I remember whatever damn conference they have is usually early access they have for, content creators, shit like that. It's usually like end of July, early August, I think.
Yeah, it's like but that's another, in my opinion, I don't fully know because, I'm not very literate when it comes to what power the suits fully have. But I would say that's another thing where it's like, yo, this can't just be on the suits. Like, y'all literally fly them out a month before the game is about to be completed. So any opinions that you give aren't going to be able to go into effect until the next game.
Or patch, depending on the...
depending on how big of an issue it is, maybe a patch, but most of the time, next game.
And if we're being honest, they don't bring the right niggas out.
Oh no, some of the people they don't bring like a whole bunch of the right niggas. There's always at least a couple people there that know what they're talking about.
Yeah, but they bring some niggas and shit that don't.
They bring out whoever has clout.
I mean,
They bring out niggas that have clout.
If I know that Shake's out there, I'm just like, all right, cool.
After I was watching the Shakedown video, and after he told me that locks weren't overpowered, I can't trust his opinion anymore. I can't do it. He told me he tried to say locks weren't overpowered. He tried to say the two-way slashing playmaker wasn't overpowered. You know the point guard that can do every fucking thing?
I definitely had one of those builds.
Granted, the build he played was probably not the build that's definitely not the build that came in. So you never know what they did.
No, I'm talking about recently. He put out a video recently saying that locks weren't overpowered.
Oh.
I don't know, that game doesn't exist anymore, so.
Shut my mouth.
Yeah, no, after he said that, I was like, yo, I can't take whatever you say at face value. I can't trust you no more.
He said that recently? Like
Yes, recently.
Oh,
Yes.
Yeah.
Within the last week. Because I remember watching that video. And I was like, I usually agree with you. I can't on this one.
I can't rock with you.
I'm not gonna give too much shit for that one.
He said that in,
It's not like all together like anything he says I'm no.
Oh no! I get what you're saying. I get exactly what you're saying though.
he said that in July. That's a wild statement.
Yeah, he said that like none of us played the game or some shit. Like, no, we've played the game. We know how locks are. Just because you might not run into any good locks does not mean the locks aren't overpowered.
Hold up, time out for a second. For everybody listening to the damn solo audio version of this podcast, Dennis has said he made it onto a Shakedown video recently.
Oh yeah, he did. He definitely. That was his question. That was Dennison's thing. Cause that's an even bigger reason why I disagree. I'm like, yo, Dennison don't even play the game that much, and he know that locks overpowered.
Wait, Dennison, when was this?
Wait, Dennison was in this video. Wait, what?
It was not like talking in a comment.
Still, like,
Yeah.
all right, Dennison, I see you, folks.
Why was I not informed?
I didn't think to tell nobody. I'm not gonna lie. I saw it and I'm like, all right, Dennison.
You stink. If I seen you in a video, I'd shout you out. Maybe not publicly because that's weird, but at least in the group chat. You stink.
I mean, at least you chopped me out. I guess it's my fault.
You stink.
I didn't think to tell nobody.
R6,
I
man.
didn't. I was watching it. I'm like, all right, cool. And then he said that locks weren't overpowered, and I'm pretty sure that's why I forgot to say anything because that threw me off. I'm like, have we not been playing the same game or something?
That's crazy. You anything we want to hear about our 6-man making it on a Shakedown video? That's crazy.
Like I said, I'm pretty sure I got blinded. So I'm pretty sure I got blinded by locks aren't overpowered. Like he's still been playing 2K18 or something.
Oh, that game is so ass. But any old way. So Xbox conference, I'm giving that thing a solid 4 out of 10 because at least. The thing is, I'll give all these conferences one thing. At least they're showing us fucking games. That's the one thing I will give this entire COVID-19, while it is horrible and anybody's actually going through it during it, I feel for you. The one thing I'll give all this, like as far as like gaming wise, at least they have no choice but to get straight to the fucking point now.
Mm-hmm. Y'all can't sit there and use a whole bunch of big words and talk about how much you love the community.
Yeah.
Show me the game.
Like, now you gotta get straight to the point. You know why? Because niggas gonna turn this shit off. Because before, when you have it like live or they have like, the E3 conference or whatever, you had to guess when they was coming back. I mean, like when the gameplay was gonna play. Now it's all like, I'll turn this shit off and watch it in an hour because that's all you got.
Nigga, I will watch the trailers when they drop on YouTube.
Facts. Hey, IGN already got timestamps for all them shits. We ready?
Yo, IGN be putting out them shits as soon as they come out.
Oh, they quick.
I'm glad they do something.
That is the one thing I'll give IGN. When it comes to these trailers and these reveals, it's damn near at the same time that the reveal drops, they drop the video.
You definitely do. Like, boom, done.
I feel like they be chopping that junk up during the whole thing. It's.
I feel like they just be sending them the footage already. Like they already have the gameplay.
Possibly. I wouldn't doubt it, actually, if you really think about it.
Hey, well, I'm not gonna lie. While we doing the podcast, I'm definitely not doing disruption.
Ooh!
You definitely be disrupting. Like, hey, that's doing too much during the podcast.
Hey, the level of focus we would need for that? Yeah.
Hey, you want to just go ahead and continue with the podcast, get back to this?
Hey, we can do this as survival. Level 6 to 11. Just light.
Alright.
Now, on to the final topic at hand a little bit before we wrap this thing up. The game that got everybody going nuts, that got everybody going crazy right now, the game that got pushed back and had its doubts, but has thus far proven just to be great. Ghost of Tsushima. I love this game so far. It gives me heavy Shadow of War vibes, aside from the Nemesis system, which, again, the Shadow of Mordor series doesn't get enough credit for that, but we ain't gonna talk about that. That's a whole video.
I'm not gonna lie, if another game came out with that, I might play it.
That's a whole different video I'm gonna save for a later date. That Nemesis system will forever be like goated. But Ghost of Tsushima, dog. From the very first intro part of the game, which was so disrespectful, I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, fuck that nigga.
My man got a whole 40-ounce port on his chest and then got lit on fire and then got his head just sliced. This shit is goated, man. Shit is goated.
I'm not gonna lie. That is one of my favorite things that I talk about all the time is when a game or a movie can make a villain like I actually hate the person. You made a good villain.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. The fact that we're fighting Mongolians, great. As well as, for those of y'all who watch South Park, goddamn Mongolians. It's great.
You did that on the podcast.
I've been doing that the whole time I've been playing that game because I can't not think about it now. I can't not think about it because, let's be honest here.
Ab was definitely wilding.
How many times do you actually hear the word Mongolian in like conversations about history or just in general? You don't hear about too much. You might hear about Genghis Khan because dude was a freaking beast.
That nigga was a savage.
Dude was a freaking beast. But
like, when I say savage, I don't condone what he did.
But goddamn,
but, nigga, but goddamn, nigga, like you did all of that.
If I'm not mistaken, the man literally did take over like almost all of, if not most of, if not all of like Asia at some point. I forgot. I said this like on the live stream, whatever. It was like I think
there's
it was
a certain
like,
percentage of people like there's a
not
like
a huge
13
or
but
15%.
Yeah, but even that 13-15% for a population as big as theirs, like nigga, that's a lot of people.
Exactly. Like everybody in some way, shape, or form. Not everybody, but like majority of people in some way, shape, or form have lineage to Genghis freaking Khan.
But that nigga was wild. He was raping everyone. Don't condone rape, but like, damn.
The thing was, he would like basically like kill like all the men in said tribe or whatever, and then you could. I remember I read an article about it, or like a quick little excerpt about it, where he would essentially be like, you can keep your religion or whatever the fuck, but you basically have to listen to whatever the fuck I say. I don't care about anything else you do. What I say is law, basically. Alright.
And people try to act like now is the worst time to be alive.
I'm sorry.
Now it's horrible. But for the most part, at least I know that I can be in my house and I have to worry about someone just breaking in, killing me, raping my wife, and just being like, yeah, you know, I'm your husband now.
I'm sorry, that's just an American thing. Like, we just assume just the worst second that we have. Not even us. We black. But, you know.
Most of the time, it's not black people. If
But,
a black person says it, it's someone who's not thinking straight at the time. They're very emotional.
Exactly, like, dog, minor inconveniences to the average American person just feels like some type of oppression or some shit like that, when in reality, it's just a minor inconvenience.
Dog, I remember when I was in Cincinnati, me and my sister were in the car, and an ad played on the radio talking about COVID, and they said it was as bad as racism. I was sitting there like, COVID doesn't discriminate.
COVID
don't give a fuck what race you is.
Hey, COVID ain't never called me nigga. That's all I know.
What?
They said that it was like racism. I was literally in the car like, COVID don't care what race you is. You can die no matter what.
COVID ever call me
COVID
nigga.
catch all types of bodies.
Racism don't give a damn if you wearing a mask or not. What the fuck? What kind of statement was that? Yo,
It was a white lady.
That white lady.
This is
It
bad.
was definitely a white lady.
I mean, are we honestly surprised though? Because motherfuckers always try to find their version of the word nigga, dog.
That's a wild statement.
They always try to find their.
There was another one. It wasn't. It was way back before COVID even started. Actually, no. I think it was when COVID started. They tried to say this was the biggest challenge that we'd ever faced since World War II. I'm like, so just fuck niggas, right?
Hey, so not even just that. So World War.
Mm-hmm. But it's just like, so just fuck niggas, right?
So, you know, that whole 500 long plus period of shit that we went through and still going through just doesn't exist, right?
That wasn't a challenge. Like y'all agree with Kanye? Just like, yeah, it was a choice. Y'all could have left. We wouldn't have done anything. Bullshit.
Bullshit.
Someone tried to leave. Y'all hung that nigga. Y'all hung the nigga that told on the nigga.
But any old way, what was I saying? Fuck! Oh, Ghost Shima. But yeah, so the villain in Ghost Shima, dog, I ain't gonna hold you. I haven't got to murk him yet, and I can't wait till I do. Dog.
Don't spoil anything for me.
I'm not. I'm talking in circles when it comes to this game. I've been doing my best at doing that. The combat in it is great. Only thing I don't like is the camera. Been on record saying that I can't stand the fucking camera.
I think that's everyone's biggest flaw with the game.
It is. It's just the camera and what is it? I'm missing. Oh yeah, camera and then random frame drops. Like that can get very, very irritating. But the game as a whole is just so much fun. Like the combat feels good and fluid. The ability to switch different stances or whatever. Cause I ain't gonna lie, I'm a sucker for that type of shit. I don't know why. I'm a sucker for the whole rock paper scissors type idea. But
I'm glad you didn't finish that.
Thank you. Yeah, that's why I was just like, thank you.
if I'm chasing nigga, Glock breaking nigga, funeral homes, box breaking nigga.
Rock, paper, scissors, paper, rock, nigga, yeah.
He gets open hand, the fist, or the dukes.
Yeah,
rock, paper, scissors.
Rock, nigga.
You can't do it, I already know it.
Yeah,
you can't do it, I already know it.
Nah, I cut it out though.
You really did. You know why?
Nah.
If I really want to be an asshole, I could edit that shit.
Like, I could edit it out just so it'd be in there. That's doing too much.
I ain't got the patience for that shit though. But anyway, it's great that there's different fighting styles because when you run up on people, you're gonna have people who use shields, spears, swords, bows, and giant axes and warhammers, things of that sort. Fam, the fact that every fighting style has like its own benefits to it is great and is like fun and a good attention to detail. Because if you fight somebody in the stone stance, which is like the basic swordsman stance, and you fight a shield person with that stance, while you can do it and defeat them rather easily, it's so much easier when you just have the water stance, which is designed for shields, and so on and so forth. So it's like that, the attention to detail, like if you're walking like in the high brush area or whatever, like with like the white grass or whatever, if you just walk through it, your character will actually hold his hand out to touch the grass.
Huh.
Like it's like little levels of detail like that I love. And on top of that, open worldness that actually feels open because random shit happens. Like Mongolians are always patrolling the area, as well as you collect materials, upgrade your armor, make it look different, this, that, and the third. The game to me is just great. I'm not talking nothing about the story. Just know the side missions are fun. And the character that you meet, aka Auntie Masako, oh yeah. Oh yeah. If you have a PS4, you don't have this game, and you have the means to get it, you're slacking. Get your life together. Rambo, you got anything, bro?
The R2 button is used way too fucking much in this game. It's the only way. The R2 button is just extremely overpowered. I don't know how many times I've been trying to cut a corner on the dude, pick up some supplies, and then send me into the fucking house. Other than that, the game is amazing.
Alright, he said, you got Avengers on y'all list? I actually don't, because I haven't even kept tabs on that game. I actually lost interest in that game, which is crazy.
Our sleeper of the year.
I actually completely ignored that game. I was looking at it for a little bit, and then my brain just said, I'm good.
That will be the sleeper of the year.
But, Biggie, from what you've seen of Ghost of Tsushima, what you think about it thus far?
I'm glad I was wrong. Very glad I was wrong. Because that, once again, was the game while everybody else in the world was talking about Sekiro. I was over here like, yo, that Ghost of Tsushima, though, it looked kind of fire.
I remember. Because I was on the same wavelength with you with that one.
Yeah, you know. Generalizing everyone else in the world, but still, it's a principle. A lot of y'all niggas, not in this group, but a lot of y'all niggas was over here talking about Sekiro, which isn't a bad game. I'm not saying the game is horrible. But I definitely will say, even not knowing too much of the story for Ghost of Tsushima yet, because I do plan on wanting to play it at some point, that compared to Sekiro, which I did watch people play, I think this story is like 10 times better in my opinion.
The story is definitely better on here, strictly because it's a little bit more immersive. The story on Sekiro is a little bit harder.
I'll say because I feel like it was trying too hard to be Bloodborne.
I will say,
Dark Souls.
Side note, that big ass snake in Sekiro though, well, I enjoyed it.
Mhm.
I ain't gonna lie, I like looking at that big ass snake, dog. That shit was kind of cool to me.
Hey.
Because it reminded me of the snake from God of War, but go ahead, Biggie.
Yep.
Yeah, but I think, unlike Sekiro, because I definitely think Sekiro was trying too hard to be a Bloodborne, Darksiders game, and it's like, those games are cool, but like, I think you're trying too hard to be those. I do agree with some people that said the game it wasn't like it was so difficult where it was impossible to beat, but when a game is just difficult just to be difficult, it is very annoying.
Yeah, but it's kind of a breath of fresh air for me. It's like a lot of
it's a breath of fresh air because like it's something that's not holding your hand.
Yeah.
But I also don't want a game where it's not even just the ending of Fallout type bullshit. It's just the whole game. I feel like I'm getting cheated, like 2K Hall of Fame level cheated.
Yeah, I will agree. I will agree. Like those games right there, like where they're hard to be hard. I get it. Well, I'll say just for the Soul series, because it seems like general consensus, while it is hard, you feel challenged and you feel rewarded once you complete the game. Because we talked about this before. A lot of games that come out now aren't necessarily hard. They just fucking cheat. Like,
Yeah.
they're actually pretty easy when you really boil
Even
it
Crash
down.
Bandicoot, when it came back out remastered, people realized this game fucking cheats.
Yeah, like that's all it is. Like the game just fucking cheats. Like it's not necessarily that hard. I mean, a lot of games that come out now are actually really easy.
And most games hold your hand now.
Yeah, like a lot of games are just extremely easy. They just have a lot of bullshit in it. Whereas games back in the day, where if you die, you have to restart the entire fucking mission over. Fuck that.
Yeah.
It don't hit the same now. So like games that come out that are actually difficult and stand by their guns of not holding your hand, it is relieving.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just good on that because I play my games to have fun. I don't need to necessarily be thoroughly challenged all the goddamn time when I'm holding a controller looking at a bunch of ones and zeros. I'll be honest with you, I play my games to have fun, not to have a fucking aneurysm. I do that enough with 2K.
Because I'm not gonna lie, with this one, like it's definitely a difficult game, but it feels like it's not like that level of difficulty where it's like I'm about to break something.
Nah, it's just you just gotta pay attention because you will get clapped.
Yeah, it's like in that game, it seems like it's more you got to be patient and pick your spots properly instead of just going in and just hoping that you don't get hit.
Yeah, because you will, because they will definitely attack you like 2 or 3 at a time.
Yeah.
Especially the spear people, I hate them the most. I hate the spear people and the shields. They're fucking annoying. The little assassin dude, so they can't see me. I will recommend, though, for everybody's playing it, even you, Biggie, when you do play it,
Mm-hmm.
the second that you can get the ability to counter unblockable hits, buy it.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't wasting no time. That was like one of the first things I got. Cause
I don't like unblockables in any game. That shit is annoying.
Yeah, the second that you see that little blue flash or whatever, you could counter it.
Alright.
But that's all I got on my podcast. Now, you got anything else, Biggie? About Sekiro? About Ghost of Tsushima?
Story seems fire as far as I've seen. Gameplay seems pretty good because I do like how, because a lot of the games like the samurai like swordsman games, it's like it feels like it takes a whole bunch of hits to kill people, whereas in that game it's like you can kill someone in like one hit.
Oh yeah, if you get the right ability, you can definitely kill somebody in one hit. It's so relieving.
If you get perfect counter, if you perfect counter somebody, oh yeah,
Mhm.
it's G. It's an automatic one hit.
But you know, because like a lot of games, it's like yeah, I've like sliced this nigga like 50 times and somehow he's still alive.
But in the
It's like,
cutscene,
come
he
on.
dies in one hit. That shit is so irritating.
Mm-hmm. It's like the whole game is about swordsmen, and I'm sorry whenever you see anything having to do with swordsmen in movies or TV shows, that shit don't last forever. The only reason that it lasts long is because them niggas keep clashing.
Kill
Nigga,
Bill.
once that first hit lands, that's GG.
That's your ass, Mr. Postman. Oh yeah. Kill Bill's a
So,
prime example of that shit.
Yeah, it's like so it's very refreshing to see a game that it feels like it did almost everything right besides the camera, which is it's not nitpicking because it is a big thing for people, but it's very small in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah. You can get past it. It's just very fucking
Yeah.
annoying.
Yeah.
It's just extremely, extremely fucking annoying dealing with it. But the camera's annoying, but you can definitely get past it. But overall, it's a solid game thus far. It's definitely a solid game. I'd recommend it.
I'm just glad I was wrong, because once again I was very hyped for that game.
I'm wrong about Cyberpunk.
Yeah, but we ain't gonna talk about that game. I was never looking forward to that game to begin with, to be honest.
But Keanu Reeves.
I don't care about Keanu Reeves. Cool, he in a video game. The game gonna be ass. Hey, Justin Bieber, Sean Kingston, and a whole bunch of other famous artists were in. No, not even artists. Famous influencers were in 2K13. That game was ass.
Wait, Justin Bieber's in 2K13?
Yeah.
Game was ass.
They had Justin Bieber, Sean Kingston, Pauly D,
Kanye
and
was,
some other. Yeah, no, they didn't have Kanye.
Kanye was definitely in that game.
All right. He might have been. Let me go ahead and look it up. Let me just look up
And
2K13
they had all them rappers in there. I'm pretty sure Kanye was in that game.
celebrity team roster. Can I just see the roster, please? Yeah. All right. Well, here's some of the people. I think this is the whole list. Justin Bieber, JB Smooth, Wale, Bow Wow, Chamillionaire, Sean Kingston, Meek Mill, Vinny, and Pauly D, Mac Miller, and Brian Baumgartner.
Ooh.
Who?
I don't know who that is. Let me go ahead and look up Brian Baumgartner.
Unobservable.
Nah, he getting the Google.
Hey, inputs Snoop Dogg. Who?
Oh, this the nigga from The Office.
Oh.
Yeah, Kevin Malone, man, from The Office. They had Kevin in 2K13, dog. The game was ass, and they had all these celebrities in there.
Man,
I forgot they had Meek in there, low key.
That game was just terrible.
I'll say that entire game was horrible, and it was the start of VC.
And they had Jay-Z name on the cover, man. That's tough.
Hey, Jay-Z's name was for the soundtrack. Soundtrack was fire.
Hey, that intro song. Yeah.
Yeah, allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is Hove. H to the O-V.
He definitely went nuts when that song came on.
No.
I'm so
So, like,
I ain't gonna hold you.
Hey,
Low key,
Jay-Z did his part.
hey, high key, I'm so damn happy that like I played that game without actually being online like that. And just playing like none but like my career shit, so I didn't know none of the cheese. In hindsight,
I still had fun on that game, knowing damn well that game was ass.
I
You
didn't.
couldn't reach in that game, dog. That's the one thing that pissed me off.
The one thing I didn't like is, so it was my first 2K, the first 2K I'd ever played, and I didn't know that they even had a rep system back then, and so I was, most people stay around that same initial rank of like rookies on that game when you go online, and sometimes like once every blue moon, you run into someone who's like damn near the highest rank you can be that I didn't even know there was in that game, and they do every cheese imaginable. They do the Euro step threes, hop step threes. They zigzag the entire time. They spam post rises because you can't block them. Oh my god!
It's actually hilarious for me to think about in hindsight the fact that you couldn't block dunks, because I definitely remember not being able to block dunks, but dunking on everybody at the same time because I had a slasher.
And then they had the audacity to bring it back in 2K14 like that was a new feature. They was over there showing off like, yeah, now you can block dunks. It's like, we was able to block dunks before. Y'all took it out the game. Hey, once again, I'm pretty sure that wasn't the suit's idea.
Imagine bragging about something that should already be in a basketball game.
That's
They
why
definitely did.
I'm sorry. As much as we like to, people like to try to take the blame off of the developers, talking about a lot of this stuff is, corporate thing. Like, it's their ideas and they just have to do, like, they're just employees. Like, nah, some of this was the developers' ideas. For every game, there is probably at least one bad idea that was all on the developer.
Yeah.
Like, save spaces? Save spaces, nigga? That wasn't no nigga in a suit. He don't give a fuck about the save space. He want money.
We ain't gonna talk.
He wants to save space for his money now.
We ain't gonna talk about that.
Nigga, that's all the developers. I don't get the map design, save spaces, all that shit. Developers. I can't blame suits for why Modern Warfare has its flaws. I can't think of a way to blame the suits for that.
We ain't gonna talk
Because none of the shit seems like it's like, yeah, it was just to get more money out of people. It's not like with Black Ops 4 where like where if you didn't get like the season pass or like the DLC or whatever, then you'd always run up against people with the weapons that you wanted. It's not like that. No, it ain't that. This is just horrible map design.
We ain't gonna talk about that shit.
Same with 2K. Taking out the ability to block dunks, that was not a suit's idea. I can guarantee that was not a suit's idea. They were just over there like, maybe we should take block dunks out the game.
You know who I blame for that also? Just like I blame Steph Curry for it now?
Mm-hmm.
Fucking Griffin.
You blame him for no block dunks?
Dunks was a huge thing.
Yeah.
When Griffin was killing the league.
He definitely was on the cover of the game.
Huh?
Him and Rose.
Him, Rose, and Kevin Durant all on the cover of that game.
That was hot now.
Rose was so OD on that game. I loved it in hindsight.
I ended up somehow getting talked into playing the not my team, what's it called? Where you're playing online against other people but you're using NBA character.
I know what you're talking about. I can't think of the name now.
Yeah, I haven't played it in so long I forgot the name, dog. But I used to play that with some friends and we got actually serious about it. So it was always you'd run in 3-man teams, right?
Mm-hmm.
We'd always pick the Bulls.
You talking about the creator let you know?
It was multiplayer. You could play as one of the people on the roster, but you were going against other people.
Wasn't that the early crew?
It was
I
something. It was something different. I know what he's talking about because I want to do it, but I ain't have friends.
You said
I'm
I
gonna
did that.
look up game modes, but it was it was 3 people on the team, and so we had a point guard playing Derrick Rose. I would either run the 3 or the 4, so I was either Luol Deng or Carlos Boozer, just depending on who I wanted to play. And then we always had someone running Jimmy Butler. And our point guard, I'm not gonna lie, he was a really good point guard. Cocky as hell and very annoying because he was cocky as hell, but he could back it up. Because for 3 quarters, he would not take a single. This was a whole game plan. He said, for 3 quarters, I'll pass the ball. I'll do nothing but pass the ball. That 4th quarter is all me. So for 3 quarters, this man will rack up so many assists. And 4th quarter hits, and this nigga somehow drops 30. It would get me so mad because, like, I'm open, but we agreed to this. Like, I said this was okay, so I just gotta watch it.
I'm not gonna lie. Rose was OD in that. You want to think about that game,
He
dog?
definitely was.
The more I think about how fucking OD Rose was in that game, because I swear to God, I was losing no barbecue games during 2K13.
Dog. I need to know what this game mode was.
Dennis keeps saying All-Star Team Up. I don't think that's what it was.
Yeah, it was.
It was?
Team Up. Team Up. That's what it was called. It wasn't All-Star Team Up. It was regular Team Up because there was All-Star Team Up and regular Team Up. That was the name of it. I knew it was something with team. I wanted to say my team, but I know what my team is.
Yeah.
Team Up.
Oh,
And
man.
we'd always run the Bulls, and that would always be our game plan. For 3 quarters, he would not shoot the ball. If he had to shoot the ball before we got to the 4th quarter, we were losing bad.
That's crazy.
Dog. But that was probably the most fun game mode to me on that game was my Team Up at the time. And then, you know, my career started to take off even more because they finally started to, you know, show it more love.
Yeah, and now look where we're at. But any old way,
Now,
folks.
now they don't really show it any love because my team makes them the most money.
Facts. But that's all I got on my show notes. You got anything else before I close this thing on out?
Rambo?
Nope, I'll be live tomorrow back on that road company.
Biggie.
Guitar coming soon, hopefully. Within a couple weeks. Anything else? I still need to edit that Discord video. That's about it.
Oh, dear God. Alright, well, folks, I appreciate what came through to the live stream of this podcast, things of that sort. This will be available on all audio platforms, Spotify, Podcast, Stitcher Radio, of course, Anchor, which makes it easy for us to get our podcast heard on all these platforms. And I said it once, I'll say it again. If you're listening to this thing on Apple Podcasts, make sure to rate this 5 stars. Helps get up an algorithm and gets us more listeners, all that good stuff. We will definitely appreciate that. Make sure you copy yourself some merch. Come to everybody's live stream. Links to everybody's damn channel to Twitch is in the description box below and all versions of this podcast. So make sure y'all go peep. Make sure y'all pull up. RTG is out here. We love y'all. We're going to holler at you later, but we out. I got to go to bed. Peace.